This is Eddie here.
Eddie is 632.5 Wellington water. That's my 58 Impala.
He's got a pink shirt on, sporting a crew cat. There's Mom with her hot legs.
That's back when she was 105 pounds.
105 pounds and looking good for a mom.
I might have missed it by 2 pounds. So pick up the shirt or whatever.
This is in Waterloo, Iowa.
That's our upstairs apartment on Wellington Street. It's looking downtown Waterloo, looking towards downtown, towards the Cedar River. Oh, that window. Right down this street.
There's the map of Waterloo that Dad was using to
Study the scheme of sword mail.
study Waterloo, and he was working with the post office.
Started with post office. Here before this.
Eddie is how old?
Probably 7 months.
7 months old.
8 months.
See this? He's walking.
9 months.
9 months.
Started walking.
He looks kind of preppy there with his collar turned up, I might add. Grandma Kaliska's house in Elma. Gansen-Beecher there, and great Grandma Kaliska. And of course, Ed Gansen.
Father June was walking Grandma Gansen. Great Grandma Gansen. Doug
Gansen.
Tom Gansen, Uncle Tom.
And the lovely Mrs. Sharon Gansen is there also. And Norbert Mary.
Dad, Mom.
Yep, this is out of Gansen-Beecher's. Who's that there in the back?
Probably June. There's Grandma Kaliska right there.
Yep.
Grandma Kaliska and Pat. And Betty's over. Grandma Kaliska right there. Grandma Beecher. And Marcia Grimm. Beecher. Mary. June.
What is this, Christmas?
Christmas. That's the twins together. 1962. Okay.
1960.
Christmas 62. How old were you, Sherry?
She was an embryo in her mother's womb.
June. Eddie. Another twin.
Christmas 63.
There's Bill right there. Bill Gansen right there. And Pat Arnold. Pat Beecher.
Me in the red.
Yep. Bill's in the red. There's Bill Gansen right there. Did you ever see this here?
I think I've seen this thing.
There's Grandma Beecher and Pat Arnold. There's Grandpa Beecher.
Beecher with a big old cigar.
There's Eddie.
No.
This is at Grandma Gansen's here. And Doug. And Bill there on the left.
Set in front of the screen. You got your thing in front of it. Pointer? They have a little pointer that you use.
Something. That's Teresa there. Teresa Gansen.
Teresa where?
Right in the red there. There's Bill right there. There's Bill right there. Bill and Tom. Uncle Tom.
I am not. Alright.
Chub, you were a
I have
chub
to
until you
admit,
got,
Alex is a little bit better looking.
until you got sick. That time you were a chub.
Oh, yeah.
Until you got sick. Waterloo got that. Whatever that was. There's Eddie.
Yeah, look at them cheeks.
Being outside, I'm sure.
Oh, the snow.
There's Bill right there in a walker. Flintstones.
Is your Bernie down?
Fred and Wilma. There's Billy boy.
1963.
Right. Christmas 60.
A month after JFK got shot.
That's right. Come on, Bill. Get going. Ride your horse.
Do I smile ever?
Oh, yeah.
He smile.
This is in Waterloo. This is in our new house in Waterloo. This is 1115 West 2nd.
Flintstone dolls. I remember them. We used them for about 5 years.
They were pretty popular.
Nice haircut.
That was a
Nice-
dad special.
Nice head.
Dad special. Easy to comb.
Yeah.
How quiet that kid is, Jerry. Think that?
Yeah, I know.
Did you ever tell?
Dad's very first.
1959.
1959.
1959. I was heading for Fort Sill, Oklahoma for 2 weeks training in the summer reserves. And Mom stood up for Marine. I left right after the wedding for 2 weeks. That's,
This is right before you were in the army, right?
Yeah, this is after I was in the
Oh,
army.
after you were.
That was Mom just graduated from high school. This is at Grandpa. This is Laverne working Brady Beecher right there. This is at Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Braves. This is my Elmer Rizal Gansen and Sharon Beecher then. This was
1959.
1959.
1959. There's a nice looking hat there. Who's that?
This is Hank Aaron and Willie Mays played in this game. There's probably
Hank Aaron and Willie
Willie
Mays.
Mays. This is New York Giants and Milwaukee Braves. There was a bunch of helicopters going over. I think that was the dumbest. Actually, I'd let him set it, but
There you go.
that's
Helicopter.
the dumbest.
There's a
Why he sit there and take pictures of the helicopter? Turned out pretty good. There's Elmer Rosella Gansen right there.
Leaving the
And
game.
Lindy Beecher.
Lindy Beecher. Who's taking this now?
This is the front Milwaukee County Stadium.
Right when it was brand new.
1959. Yeah. This is out in our backyard, out in the Gansen backyard, and I was playing basketball. Missed again. Look at that. Can't hit the left side of the mark. Trying to show off in front of his girlfriend. This is in our yard at home, Gansen yard, playing football with his brothers.
To the corn, 1959 corn.
Looking towards the 8 Freed House farm across the road. This is June Beecher in 1959. June.
Out at Eddie Beecher Farm.
With June with her diaper on. June was probably 2 years old right there. And she still wore a diaper.
Holy cow. A diaper, did you say? A diaper at 2 years old.
It's probably Christmas. This is Mom, Sharon Beecher right there, 1960. Christmas. She was married 2 months. She looked like a new bride. 2-month-old bride.
She wasn't even knocked up then, was she?
No, she was not. Still a virgin.
Still a virgin at 2 months married.
There's Grandpa Beecher. There's June and Betty Joe.
Nice headband there.
2 little bashful Beecher girls.
Isn't that sweet? Who's that?
June and Betty Joe.
Where's June?
There's Marcia and Mary and Betty Joe and June.
Family's getting bigger.
There's 4 bashful Beecher girls. There's the oldest bashful Beecher girl.
Jim?
There's Grandma Beecher. Bashful Grandma. There's Grandma, Great Grandma Beecher, Noella. And there's Johnny Richmond, or Billy Richmond. John Beecher right there. Betty Joe, your grandpa. There's Patrick Arnold Beecher. Yep.
Look at that dress. That's a beauty.
There's Elmer Gansen and Sharon, right after midnight mass. We just got home and we decided to have something to eat and a couple cheers. And the entertainment committee was about to begin.
Is Mom old enough to
There's
drink back?
Rosella and Tom in the background.
What's that, a jug of wine?
And Sharon was not old enough to drink, no.
Stand by the stove to get warm.
Yeah, this is probably their midnight mass.
How much that's gone? Drank about half of that thing, didn't you? Isn't that special?
Oh.
A couple of lovebirds there.
Yeah. There's Mom putting on her show. There's Sharon. And hit somebody. June. Grandma Kabliska. Grandpa Kabliska. Mary and June. Grandpa Beecher. This is over at Grandpa Frank's house at Lourdes. Norm and Mary lived there. This is Christmas, 1960. Grandma Gansen, Sharon. Grandpa Gansen. I hit Tom. That's at Grandpa Frank's at Lourdes. Grandpa Frank's house at Lourdes.
What's he got in his hand there, a beer?
A Schmitz.
A Schmidt.
There's Norb. That was their first Christmas too. Married about 6 months.
So just that, is that focus?
Let's back this up. I'll recommend back it up.
That's good. That's good. We're going. I got it going. Bill Gansen.
There, he's playing ball with his dad right there. Make sure you're in.
Yep.
There's Billy. Working months or something.
Hey, hey.
See?
Nice grab. I'm about as old as Alex over there.
Here's the younger.
I'm younger than Alex. He's my class.
They sure like this. Get her back. Here's the twins.
I'll just show her. She'll see it on this.
How did I get?
No, that's me today.
Oh yeah, that's you. This is. This could be. Gansen-Beecher right there, right? And Eddie Beecher's. W.L. Beecher from Waterloo, Uncle Will. There's Bill Gansen and one of the twins. There's Eddie.
Ed Gansen.
There's Bill with his dad. There's Teresa Gansen. Over at Grandpa Gansen. There's Grandma Gansen. There's Bill with his cars, his Mustang. Doug's got a Mustang.
This is Eddie and Doug.
Yeah. There's Grandpa Gansen. Great Grandpa Gansen. Teresa, Eddie and Bill. Well, I'll tell you, we had so much stuff that Christmas. Considering you got back to order with the car.
That's it. Yeah,
The wagon, the truck, I'm telling you that. Let's talk about that. Talk about it. That car was nice. That was one of the happiest Christmases. Mom, probably that was our last great happy Christmas. There's Teresa. Happy Christmas. And great Grandma Gansen and Mary. Doug. Norm and Mom and Dad. This is Marcia Beecher at Grandpa Beecher's farm.
What year is that? 64.
No, he's 61 or 2. This is probably 1961. That's Pat Arnold.
Modeling her new dress.
And front of my 58 Impala Chevy. There's June. There's Mike Beecher, Waterloo. There's Betty Joe.
What are you taking?
Well, we probably had the mailers. There's my 58 Chevrolet.
There's Eddie Beecher. Oh.
There's Tom dragging Mary out of the house over Grandpa Gansen.
Where's he taking her?
Throwing her out the cow yard. What the hole?
No barn or whatever.
June.
What June's a
In
lot
front of Grandma Kabliskas. June got him out of my mom. June was like daughter. June was so young.
Yeah, look, she's 19 and she was 2.
There's a twins first communion.
Marcia, Mary.
I like girls and watch Charles Rainey. Charles Rainey is, where's Charles Rainey? I think it's one of the Reddick girls.
There's the ballpark in the background.
Yes.
Dr. Rainey's house.
Just missed a good one to build.
Watch out for all the cords here, Sheriff. You got a cord. Why don't you just stay in?
Marcia and Mary and Charles Rainey at their first meeting. This is a great Grandma Beecher's house.
Let's don't walk over here, there's cords. You can step over this.
Grandpa Beecher's 56 Chevy. There's George Gansen, Uncle George, and great-great-grandma Gansen. And this is terrible. Is that George and Grandma's house?
The brick flats are
Right next.
just
Yeah.
right next to that.
Yeah.
Look at
There's June again. There's George.
Is that great grandma Gansen?
That's your great grandma.
My great-
Alex's great grandma. Yeah. This is 1965 at our house in Elm. We just moved the house. We just got the mail carriage out in Elm.
So we're on that. There's the park.
Ernest Frederick's house. This is at the park with Sharon Plugi and Eddie.
Is that on the
Deb. This is Deb Gansen. Is that Deb? Deb Fox.
Is that the end there?
That's Sharon Plugi. Was it Deb Gansen? What's her mom? Is it on the right? That's Deb. No, it's Mrs. Kenny Gansen. It's Deb Fox.
Those are brand new, that.
And
me.
Randy Fluky. And
me and Eddie.
Bill's spot right now. Bill swinging. Right there in front of Eddie. Two of them.
It's on the left. Watch out, Strickland. So everything here is brand new.
Yeah, it's all brand new slide rims.
1965. Down by the park. Just take out. And then look at it. It just looks so much.
It's all brand new now. Grandma Beecher's yard, and great Grandma Beecher's elm. Dr. Rainey's flowers.
Skinny Mom.
Great Grandma Beecher. Ann and Eddie and Bill.
Is that Ann needs a slip?
Ann was Ann was probably 9 months old then. Probably.
Really? Because his shorts
I got my shorts pulled over my forehead.
There's Bill. There's great Grandma Beecher. The van. Eddie and Bill. Mom. This is our new house we built in 1966. Moved into it this Christmas of 1966. Blew away in May of 1968.
Look at that back out
Uncle
there.
Lindy. There's Uncle Lindy right
Sure,
there.
that's behind her place back there. Check
The woods.
all the trees and everything.
Wow.
There's Ann, Eddie, and Frederick's house yet. They had moved in here.
Ann's got her big old
Ribbon in her hair, and she's walking like a prince. There's Bill and Ann in the bed.
wave at the camera, wave at the camera. That's all we ever did.
I'm pretty excited there, Bill.
Movie star. Happy birthday to
Must be Ann's first
Ann.
birthday. Ann's first
Happy birthday. There's only one
In our
year
new
old.
house. We just moved in our new house.
Is this the one before the tornado?
Yep. Just moved in. Brand
Still like 1 year old or so, it's a little older.
brand spanking new. $1965 in Ann's baptism.
There's Tracy Gansen and who's that up on Grandma Gansen's lap? Is that me?
That's probably Ann. There's Bill Gansen with his cap on,
Yeah.
his famous cap. This is over at the Frederick house yet. Christmas 1965.
You know, I do remember this. I remember this deal right here.
Tom, Grandma Kabuska. There's Bill with his cap. Grandma Gansen, great grandma Gansen. For
You
Alex.
gotta choose Mike.
You're
My
great.
great-
Alex is great.
Yeah.
Great someone.
Great Grandma Kaluska. Great
That
Grandma.
must be
Lee Riley, Uncle Lee Riley. Teresa Gansen. Teresa.
What do you kind of look like from there?
Yeah, there you do.
God, look at that hat.
George and Grandma, Uncle George and my grandma, great grandma.
I think I got that
Mary?
hat pulled down far enough.
You get it off? There's
Is that Joni or Karen?
I bet it's Karen.
Karen, maybe. There's Ann, right?
There's Ann. Well, I don't know.
65. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
got it.
it's Ann. There's Ann, our good little baby right there.
Yeah. Oh boy, she is little.
There's Dad sporting the latest fashions. A pipe and a white t-shirt. With the crew cut. Is that the idea? Bouldering.
Just turned 29. I didn't keep that on.
What, pipe?
My grandpa Venus, or Grandpa Frank had a pipe this long all his life.
There's Ann.
Now there's our little Ann. Got a lot of hair, don't
She does. Boy.
she? She had a lot of hair. Oh, that hair.
It's just how Alex opens presents too, Bill. One little piece at a time.
It's ribbon. It's the ribbon.
There's Johnny Beecher.
Eddie Beecher.
Grandpa.
Betty Joe.
Betty Joe and Pat, probably. There's Eddie Gansen. Billy Gansen.
That thing is bright, man.
There's Ann. Little Ann.
She breastfeeding? Oh no.
Oh no. Is that Mom?
Yeah.
Guys,
Nice hair.
nothing to her.
Nice hair.
Look at him. Nothing to her. She's such a tiny little thing.
She probably blow away with the first breeze.
Probably would have. Lucky I didn't lose her in a tornado. One of the twins.
Where's this at? What's this at? Can't remember where
This is still at Frederickson. This is still ours.
this is. Our house.
This is our house over by the Frederick house.
That's not it.
Oh, ain't that? One spot. This is where we went outside the store. We're still over at Frederick's house. Still there.
Where's that desk? Do you have that mirror?
That's my grandma Frank's. My mom gave me that. She says, "You give us food, and I want to show you this and that. And you guys will get some." That's the only thing I got from Grandpa Frank.
Your grandpa Frank?
My mom gave it.
Oh, your mom.
She said it's.
How old is it?
I suppose it's 1890. It's probably 100 years. Eddie's baptism. So this is the Christmas of 1962. Probably. This is a lousy film. Start off. Didn't have enough light on it.
Christmas is
60,
How could it be Eddie's baptism?
62,
Oh, this is before Eddie.
63 probably.
Before Eddie was born.
Yeah, before he was born, yeah. This is right before he was born. So.
Is that Eddie on her laptop? Oh, that's a doll. Oh, okay.
This is over at Grandpa and Grandma Gansen's house. And probably 1961, that's Christmas of 61.
Where's Mom? She's gotta be pregnant.
That's Doug. He was born in he's about 4 or 5 months older than Eddie. Doug's about 5 months older. 4 months. Not even that. Oh, September, October, 4 or 5 months.
Who's that there?
Tom, probably. That's Doug.
Tom, yeah. You tell he's one big kid with that face.
That's Nora. That's Nora. There's Eddie. In Waterloo. 60 32.5 Wellington, Waterloo.
What a sweet young lad he is.
And his, I don't know when it was around his baptism. That's in Waterloo. His
There's
baptism.
that wedding dress. There's that wedding dress. Or
His
that
baptism.
pistol
Full
dress.
gown.
He's baptized in Elmwood. You were baptized in Waterloo, but he was baptized in Elmwood.
Is that's not the one that Alex was at?
Yeah.
That thing right there?
Yep.
Alex was at?
Yep.
He's the same one for me and Eddie. Dad?
This is Waterloo, Wellington Street in Waterloo.
Eddie and I and Alex
And Ann.
and Ann were baptized in the same darn deal. Huh.
I think Eddie was there last month.
Look at that. That's Eddie Gansen. Jeez, look at that. Buck naked. Yep.
I wonder what Sherry Berber's doing right now.
Isn't she out over these things? I think she is.
We got a baby picture.
We got her baby picture.
Her baptism here too. Kristen, tear the pillow. Kristen. He's reading the paper. Little boy, he can read quick. Oh, that's scrapbook.
This is your scrapbook, Eddie. This shows when you were born. My, you're ugly. Boy, you're ugly. Oh, just ugly.
Well, he's your brother, you know.
I know. He's a good-looking young lad.
You know, some of them try to carry lumber to you, so you better be careful what you say.
Oh yeah.
Minnesota by winning the Waterloo Courier football contest. Week's paid vacation. Mom was pregnant with the twins.
No, Ann.
Her aunt, yeah, Ann. This is Gold Lake. May not look that way, but it is.
Brainerd, Minnesota. Pat, what'd you do? You got how many teams, right? 8 out of
10 out of 10, I'm going to guess the score right. Guess the yard right. The total yards and the total score. I won first prize for the year. Pretty good. Yeah, or to win this, yeah, win.
8. Or just a week.
Because I had the most perfect card for the year.
Oh.
I won a week, but I also had the most perfect card for the year.
Oh, really?
So I got the first choice of the prize.
Huh. What were the other prizes? Nice number.
They did like it.
1965.
That was a good year. I won the script and I won the car. I went down to Arts and signed up for something. I wanted a new camera. Just signed my name to something pretty simple. These are some friends of ours on a boat that were on a cabin. No way I could have afforded this. We had to pay for it. It was a few extras.
What do you think it cost then?
$600. I put $1,600 now. $2,000.
Really?
Everything paid for. Because the meals and everything.
They give you cash though.
But everything was paid for. All the meals, all the hotels, all the. There was no charge. All the facilities. This is a Brainerd that you've been there.
Yep, Paul's been there. You ever been there, Sheriff?
He moved, you've been there.
You got a picture of the grotto in here?
weren't much in traveling when I was
We
doing
don't
that.
have a, I don't think we took the movie picture then, but we got some snapshots.
Yeah, I'd like to look. Check it
I had a
out.
hell of a time finding it. She's got, she never kept, all the pictures we took over the years, she never categorized. Oh, we took too many pictures. You know, you go someplace and take 20 pictures, and really only one or two is what you need. Then you get so many, you can't get back nothing. Take that fan rule, I love that fan rule.
Good thing the camera can't
This
smell.
guy was smart, like that old picture.
Yeah, Dad let one loose a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, I had a counter, it was.
Must be heredity. You know, Alex does that too.
Yeah, Alex, he does.
Loud one. Boy.
I don't know.
Yeah. Pull the window. Pull the shade back, pull the window off. Go around. There's Bill hitting the ball. There, Bill. You're out the backyard.
This is our place right now.
Now this is the new place after the tornado.
You have shots of the aftermath.
There's the, watch this, Bill. There.
Whack!
By the same bat.
Alex,
I don't know.
I couldn't even hit it.
There you wrap one.
Just now.
I don't know what year this is.
Getting up there.
Hey, this
really
is-
good picture there.
This is
Twins.
What, a twin?
Yep.
this is a twin.
That looks like, I don't know, Dave or Steve.
1969, maybe.
Yep.
So,
Dad, you're strapping a nice little gift there, right?
Dave's in the crib. Steven's on outside.
They both sleep in the same crib or catch each other?
Quite a bit. Until they got too big. David had the darker complexion.
He does, he's redder.
That's an answer there. Christmas 1969.
9.
How old is Anne there?
Oh, 4.
6. Older than that.
That's about as old as I do. Doesn't she?
Yeah, she does.
We were always
You two look
mistaken.
like twins.
We were mistaken for twins a lot.
You do kind of look like it. In this picture, especially.
I was in
Usually about the same
kindergarten.
height.
The Vikings. Remember that?
Yep, I remember that. From up in Minnesota. Richmond or something.
I think Grandma there.
Where's our Christmas tree?
It was in there on the corner.
It's like the other twins. All 4 of them.
5 kids. Boom, bang, boom. You turn around and you got 5 girls.
Good work there.
But actually, one is plenty bad. I couldn't imagine having this two.
And then we take one side.
Yeah.
Look at that handful there. That Dave is a little bit darker.
Yeah,
This is
red.
first day of spring, 1970. It is. First day of spring. Mom goes, you gotta get out and take a picture of this. We threw snowballs at her. Coming out there. I think Eddie thought of the idea first. He goes, no snowball, Mom.
Snail mom.
All of a sudden,
No trees. No trees around here at all.
we're pelting her hair. Pretty quick.
No trees at all.
Yeah, there's
There
nothing.
isn't.
Tornado was
Right.
taking everything out of here except a few stragglers left.
Eddie couldn't quite toss it.
There isn't.
Hey, compare this to that one picture we got.
God, this right now. Look at the trees behind the house here.
Tornado.
2 years after.
Did you get a shot of that after the tornado?
There's Grandma and Grandpa's house.
This would be a good
Is this?
In front of our house out home. Grandma and Grandpa Gansen. Our front yard of our farm.
Okay, I was gonna say it looks like that house out there. You walked around the house and looked
Yeah, you look down on the tall grass, and you never even
Everybody was having
imagined
fun that day. It was just kind of fun.
This was a great day, I remember this.
Everybody was just...
You said with the glass?
Bill was trying to get the takedown.
Eddie, nice wrestler.
Bill got it.
Yeah, I got it. He did a reversal though.
Come on, Bill.
Somebody's crying.
Somebody got hurt.
Joni. Tornado we had taken the top of the house off. That's what was left after the tornado.
Gosh.
That's it.
That's crazy.
That's our house right there.
That's the house. That's Coba's
She
house.
had a house of stone, that's all it's been.
I think so.
Your rock house.
Here's Enright's house.
Their house survived.
Moorfield's house, they tore that down across the street. This is looking across the street. This is Joe Beaver's house. They tore that down. It was all
That was right across the street,
They
Sherry.
tore that down.
That's where Greg's house is.
Yep.
Yeah. This is McAvoy. This is the house over in the corner. They tore that one down. Still in the wall. This is
Well, you didn't have to tear yours down at least.
Yeah,
This is
well,
Colbin's house.
we did. There was a couple walls up.
This is the Colbin house. Or this is Conray's. They tore that down and rebuilt that too. This is the lumber we saved. See that little pile area? How we tore it down. This is backyard. This is our backyard.
Looking toward the church.
The church. See the rafters on the church? Oh, you see the
Oh yeah, yeah. Look at that.
This is
Look at
Randall's
that.
house.
Look at that now. The rafters on the church.
Yeah.
Sherry, we had a really big church.
It was a big Catholic church. The rafters, the steeple was gone, just the rafters were left.
Look at that.
That's crazy.
You can see the church from our backyard.
This is the Randall house.
And it tore the roof right off.
This is looking out our back window right now. This is what it was. So do those trees back there.
Yeah,
One of our cars got wrecked.
I say they must put up new telephone poles.
This is the house. This is our looking from the garage into the house. We saved the day.
This neighborhood would look a lot different.
So your basement was okay? You didn't have to do anything in
No.
the basement?
We were down there, I hope.
Well,
That would have gone, we'd have been done.
I tore the brick. I had to
Why'd
tear
you
that
tear-
brick
why'd you
off.
tear the brick
Because it
off?
was busted.
Really?
It was just sitting there wobbling. I had to get it down there. I wanted to save it some way, but we couldn't.
Back window of the car got busted.
Oh, the garage key down in the car. And that car only had 5,000 miles.
Their house got twisted, didn't it?
Yeah, twisted so bad they couldn't fix it. This is the parade of 1968.
It's kind of spotty here.
I never even went.
Right, this is right downtown.
Tom Gansen got a 404. That old Ford.
Yeah.
46 Ford.
Where's Jack Casey?
Eight.
68?
Okay.
Look at the people lining the streets. Just not sold. Or just got a new one. Or the one
I think Grandpa Beecher might have been driving there.
Yeah, it was. Grandpa Beecher.
I think Nord run the Midland station there. That station. Here's Jerry Conway and Sue Murphy, probably Louise. This is girl softball team. Probably on there. Find them girls. Figure out who they were. Throw mine.
That's that lens system.
There's Tom. There's Tom's car right there. That Ford. There's Zip Simons and Tom and a bunch of them.
No door?
It ain't much. I don't know why Ma didn't get more of it. That's it. You know, I think part of that's still down the creek. They're buried down our
That's right.
Yeah. Our place is buried.
48 Ford, no, no.
46 or 48. Dirt, Ron Riley, Lee Riley. See, they're coming out of dirt, Pat Vinegar. Bill Beecher.
Hey, usually you shake hands on you.
There's Bill right there. Luann, Delis. Lou Kaliska. Dr. Rainey. Looks like Billy Richmond. And right there. There's my mother. Jerry O'Donnell.
Look at that. Narrated. Woo. Did you see that? How it's stacked.
Don't even recognize it. There's Dad. My mother and Dad. Right there.
What years
Grandpa
was
Gansen.
What years was that?
Not too long before Ma died. Not too long.
Was it really 71, 70?
Ma died in September 71.
71. Possibly.
Could be. This is Bill's first day to school. First time. This is 68, Bill.
No, 69. Yeah, 68, you're
Yeah.
68.
Bill's first day in school.
Girl,
First
get up that
day.
Bye. Lou was driving a bus. So, Bill, what do you think of your first day of school? I mean, she just yells it out.
There goes Billy.
I'm like shaking like a leaf.
His education just began.
Yes. He comes
There's
home
first
and
day.
he
There
knew
it
he
is.
wanted to be an accountant right there.
Yeah,
Guess
again.
what, Dad? I want to be an accountant. That's what they told me.
I'm gonna go over to West Bend, and I got this little girl over West Bend.
There's Ann. Ann and Paul, Dave Boss. Eddie lost his paper. Nice student.
We're living out there in Northern. This is Tom's wedding next month. Look at how short that was.
Oh, that was real serious.
This is the oh. What year do we say this was?
68. Must be the winter of 68.
Yeah, winter 68. 69.
There's Skipper. Dog that was speared. More than any dog in her neighborhood.
Was it?
Oh, yeah.
Lucky I didn't shoot it. Oh, I was right behind me. I didn't know she was. I gotta be careful what I say.
There's no trees at all there.
There's the neighbor's house right there. All the new houses.
Yeah, yeah. Skipper.
That noise house? No, well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of houses went up that, after that, other than house. All over here in the corner.
Why did they paint it green? I mean,
There's
that's
Joe Beaver's house right here.
across the street. They had one of them prefab ones.
Mortell's, Mortell's house there. This is ours.
Yeah, that winter had a bunch of new houses right there. West End.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 new houses.
Who's that?
Run in right now. there's a 5 little Mexicans. I don't know what year it is.
Is that the twin there?
By 1970.
They all.
Steve
Everybody,
Dave.
it's all
You know,
over.
Steve Dave looked a lot like Alex. Ever notice? Where's Ann?
And
Steve Dave.
you and Ann look like Stephen Dave and Danny. Smile, Ann, look at her. Right, Ann.
Eddie's doing his Elvis, man. Those twins use the heck out of their horses. They use them for quite a few years. This is the next Christmas Eve.
This is for
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
This is how they turned
You
out.
are.
Man, what's she doing? Ann really got too old that year. God, Ann really.
And she shot up, didn't she?
Yeah, she got rid of her baby fat. She was better than she did.
Them about as tall as Eddie here, though. Hey, look at it.
Look at Eddie doing Elvis.
Look at Steve Dave. Look at dude. Look at Eddie's Elvis back then, isn't he?
Apparently. Which one's that? Mom.
Look at Eddie.
Which one is that?
Machine guns. Give him AK-47 for Christmas. There's Jill Arnold.
Everybody else.
Mom. Look at Mom. Get a drink.
Man's playing guitar, Bill has a machine gun.
Is this the next Christmas thing? How come we're dressed a little bit different?
Grandma's hair.
Oh, cow stacked up about 3 foot.
Well, Grandma, here's this up there.
There's Lindy. And Wendy. And who's that, Julie? Is that Julie?
Well, there's Ann. Oh,
That's
that's
Ann, yeah.
Ann.
There's Bill Rose.
Bill Rose, back in his kid days. Look at it.
Yes.
Probably wasn't
There's
married.
Eddie.
He probably weren't married yet.
Look at Ann's dress. What are the other?
That was the style.
60s throwback.
Right in style. That's a pretty dress.
Oh, man. I don't think we want to tape this one.
Look at Eddie putting on his show. Hell, even I got long segments.
Look at that, Dad. This is the 70s, right in the middle of the 70s. Long
Even
hair.
the twins had long segments. How about Ann? She had long segments.
Look at that guy. Look at that. Look at that guy. Look at this guy.
You're a teeny there, Bill.
Poor table.
That's this table right here.
That's his table, right?
Here. Come on,
Yeah.
gotta get into it.
Our son isn't going to go through a stage looking like that if he does.
Yep.
Yeah. This is some wedding, apparently.
Church. This is going into church.
Dad, you were working your way over there. See here. You can't forget that.
Not bad.
There is
Is this,
The twins.
Am I going to run your movie if I
Is this
get
first
them?
communion, Mom?
no,
For a wedding. It's somebody's wedding.
there's a,
Debbie, know what?
some sort of a fly on the movie screen. Could that have been a mailbox? Pretty good flick.
Yeah.
Gotta have an arm back there.
Well, I think this film got screwed up in the camera. I had it open the camera. I got a lot of light on it. It's screwed. It's all screwed up.
This looks like a good film, too. Big, big fog. Trey, turn that TV up.
Didn't they make it different?
Who's that, Eddie? No, that's Eddie.
I think it's the twins.
Looks like Steve and Dave, yeah. Look at the trees and the small they have there.
It's a twin.
Man, it is.
It's your old buddy.
It's a green one, yeah, it's his, Eddie.
You look like still out.
Mr. America.
Everybody does. So the same kind of shape.
I think every one of us learned to ride on that bike there, that little Schwinn. That's Mark Golf Course right there. Oh wait, is that Eddie? No, that's Mark Golf Course. Didn't catch it then.
Lift up the tree.
There's a Annabelle. She's running away from the camera.
She's getting camera shy at this age. Look at her. Look at her.
This is 76. Yes, that's Eddie right there. This is 1976. It's too bad. Christmas 1973. That's 20 in there.
Man's got a big rivet.
Look at that file. Big old retainer. We got for silver taste. What a family we got. No, that's Jody and Karen. It's Gansen.
Who's that with the
I don't know who that is, sir.
Aaron's wife, I thought?
That's Jenny. Or Angie.
Angie. Who's fighting?
Me and Eddie. Swinging and Steve Dave. That's so slippery up there. Yeah.
He gave up.
He's crawling to the house. Get it. I think there must have been ice
There might
underneath
have been
the
ice
snow.
underneath the snow. It might have. It looks like it's slippery.
Yeah. He's getting around. Yeah, it looks underneath the snow. It looks slippery.
This is the twins anyway. So summer of
70.
70.
Summer of 70. They were probably 11 months old.
The tree there. The trees there.
This little didn't even have a brick wall up there.
Sure didn't last very long.
Those things, what are they? Aluminum? They just got off.
Of course, they got a lot of these.
Oh yeah. Doesn't seem like people buy swings that much.
You know, it's some.
Yeah, like they
This ain't no fun.
got their video on Nintendo.
Which one's that?
That's Dave. Helping mom out with the. Just think they're younger than Alex. There's always one. and Dean's bike. 3-speed. That's Eddie and me and probably Dean and Jolene and Ann. Steve, Dave, pulling meat.
What's that? Oops. Bill's dad's getting right.
This is a year later. This might be. Maybe 2 years old then, or not? Certainly more. Yeah, but they're 2. That's smaller trees.
This one you were learning to ride a bike, I think, Bill.
Yep, I think so.
This one Bill first learned to ride a bike, Sherry. I didn't take a crash. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him
There's
go.
no stopping me now.
Crash. Oh. This is our front yard out home. Grandpa down against just another one of those.
Yeah, I think this might be the same day. Maybe not. Nice. Probably not the same age. This must be 71.
See my night. The last time the kids were all out. Probably the lead time. Lead last time. this?
Wedding of who?
Betty Jo's wedding?
Is that Betty Jo?
Betty Jo's wedding.
1968,
67. August, April 22nd, 1967.
St. Louis.
This is the Ozarks, Silver Dollar City, 1967. Mom and Dad, and the end bill, and Mom and Dad, Grandma and Grandpa. This is where we're going in 2 weeks, but on a bus trip.
St. Louis, didn't we? Maybe Keys and all of us probably stopped at the same time.
Mom and Dad right there. No, their picture, their dad. They go in there and Mom doesn't realize they'll take the pictures, they'll take the pictures. Dad and Mike, Mom does not. She's surprised when she arrives. Oh, they said about it. There's the arch. Right when it was built. St. Louis Arch. It's too much light. Too much light on this.
But it doesn't look like that now.
It's all, yeah.
Yeah, look at that. It's just like an open field there now.
Yeah, they have too much light on this. Lloyd Pearson's in Minneapolis, Iowa, my aunt and uncle. Coming home from St. Louis, stopped there. Remember that?
Yep. I remember I got lost.
Yeah, down there.
Yep. I couldn't find you or something.
There he is.
Out playing in the traffic.
No, in the middle of the street. There's my Aunt Mary right there. She had black hair.
That's our old swing set before the tornado.
Before the tornado, yeah. That baby got wrapped around a light pole, didn't it? Telephone pole. There's the old house before the tornado.
We found parchment down by the creek, like 10 years later.
Five with Russ and Margaret O'Donnell. And again, Mom was pregnant with Ann. Right, Mom? We went on 2 trips that year? Huh?
on the trip?
Yeah. I think it was a lot prettier than the second one. They had tourist lights.
Back there was more raw.
Yeah. It hadn't been all beat up by people. It looks like it's all beat up by
There's the president.
Yeah, it sure don't look like that now. It's so like,
So we were taking him as we drove up to it. You been there, Sherry?
pretty neat, actually.
that little tiny girl. I see the president's head. What are you doing? Taking a picture of Mom's butt.
Important, this is the original feature, right?
Look at that, Mom. Now we're finally getting there. Eating donkeys.
We went on that same trailer, didn't we?
Yes, we do.
That little trail where you get the donkeys and the buffalo and all the...
Now we're back. Now we're back in Frederick's home.
How long did we go?
Well, March 65 and December 66.
March of 65.
December 66.
Wow, I didn't realize you lived there. Rent it? What'd you pay for rent?
60.
60 bucks a month. You hear that, Sherry? $60 a month rent your house. It's 6,000.
Our wedding, coming out of the church. Roger, Mary Lee Nybar.
Jim and Sharon Gansen.
Marnie and Gert Beecher. Carol Rusher. George Gansen. Ronnie Huffman. Genevieve Beecher. Luann Wandrew. Dorothy Gansen. Marion McGee. Ann Beecher. Barney Beecher. Helen Fair. Gert Beecher. Mike Beecher. Wally Fair. Vern Werpel. Chris Beamer. Deanne Rozaki. Marie Rozaki. Genevieve Beecher. Veronica. Mrs. Harlan Heiberger. W.L. Beecher. Mary Beecher. Grandma Gansen on the right. Great grandma. And my dad on the left. Marcia and Mary. June. Pat and Betty Joe. We had breakfast at Great Grandma Beecher's.
What time did you get married?
10 o'clock in the morning, that's normal. Pat Beecher and Tom Gansen were the best man and bridesmaid. Lindy Beecher and Betty Jo. Norv and Mary Gansen. Then for dinner we went down to Roger's Famous Foods in Hampton for noon meal and reception. We were the first wedding they had at this place when after it was built. Sign out. This is before the wedding. Mom was getting ready. All the girls were getting mother beautified or beatified or something. She is now being veiled. She's calm as a cucumber. What's the deal here? Is this after church? Well, this is... How'd that little part get in there? We must see that. So I was splicing.
You were splicing like crazy.
Yeah, this, I stuck that in there in between the going out of church and the wedding. This is back before the Rogers Famous Foods. But you know, Carl Richmond did that. I think he went to New Hampton and took those pictures. This is that Grandma Beecher, right? Eating breakfast. Now this is at Rogers Famous Foods right now. Dale Huffman, Donnie Rozanki, Linda Conway, Clarence Gansen, George Gansen, Bill Beecher, Jack Beecher, Norv Gansen, Dad Gansen, Grandpa Kabliska, Norv, Mother, Mary, Betty Jo, Pat, Grandma, Tom, Mary, Lindy, Norv, Father Cassidy, there he is.
Oh, there he
Father
is.
Pertell.
Father Cassidy.
Grandpa Ed, Grandma, big event.
You know, we don't even have our one. This part of it.
Grandma
This part of it, do we
Zawiski,
share?
Genevieve Beecher,
Oh, you don't.
Grandma Gansen, Grandma Gansen again, Marie Praskell, Linda Conway, Deanne Rozanki, Lois Gansen, Dorothy Gansen, Bob Driller, Shirley Huffman, Shirley Huffman, Johnny and Gansen-Beecher. Mom and Dad Gansen. Heading for East Dubuque.
Honeymoon.
Honeymoon time to East Dubuque. The day after we left the motel, it burnt down.
Did it really?
6 months.
Must have been a pretty hot night then. Huh?
So this is the good part. You everybody want to catch a snooze? Actually, what you ought to do here is let's skip the part. There's such a thing. You got it. A little bit of this. You got my 58 shade to get that, but other than that.
I'll let her go here.
Oh God, this is terrible. This is D-U-M-M. Mom must have had me in the world. Oh,
Gotta get the view.
oh my.
See the view?
Oh. You should have threw a rock at me and hit the camera right now.
What? She's a little day hiking here or
Yeah,
what?
she's out.
What's that sign say there?
Thunder Bay Resort. Thunder Mountain Resort. He's out there in Colorado.
That's the out here, Charlie.
Should have kept it. Never. God, that's nice.
Little lake down there.
It could have been a little stranger. There she is. That little baby. Ah. I turned about ahead.
Yeah, well. Alright.
It's on the way home, I know that. Mom was already throwing snowballs at me.
What the hell did I do?
We're on our way back. This is Nebraska on our way back. Or just ahead of a snowstorm. Yep, just ahead of a snowstorm, someplace in Nebraska.
I think Nebraska had it. Dad's taking a leak down there.
This is back at 632.5 Wellington and Waterloo, our first home. Fifth and Wellington.
What are you doing, Clown? Trying to poise yourself here or what?
So this is Louis Beecher's house on 204 Crestview, Waterloo, Iowa. Right, you know, a block down from Tim Pearson's.
Yeah.
This is it. Block, you know, just a lot down the street.
Oh, there's those
Oh, there's trees and houses all over there. Should have followed us, I think we just went down that way.
They should have backwards. We didn't.
This is Norman Murray's wedding now. This is June 25th, 1960. Up at Ladysmith, Wisconsin. This is at the Herman Tennyson house right now. There's my dad. My mom, I believe. I was single then, can't you tell, Bill?
Yeah, that single look about it.
Single look. There's Herman and Tracy Tennyson. There's Mom and Gansen, Dad, Mom and Dad. Thomas.
Pretty slick car there.
65. Gene Editing 65. That's the Siri family. Pat Siri and Shirley Pearson, she died. Mercedes and Ida Mae and Mom. Geneva Gansen, Mary Pearson, Grandma Gansen, Ellen Siri, my aunt.
Which one of those people are living now?
Geneva on the left. The other one on the left. There's Alzheimer's. Oh, yeah. Gansen-Beecher. Heading home, I think. Getting ready to head for home. That's Marie Craskin, I think probably with them, probably.
That's Grandpa's car there?
There's, yeah.
This is a nice one.
It is.
Is it?
Jim O'Donnell. Mom Gansen. Mom's giving final instructions. Jack Siri, by golly, you don't see many pictures of him. There's Jack Siri, well, Jack on the left. Yeah. There's Geneva and Norma, Clarence and Dad. Mom and Clarence, Uncle Clarence. That's Bob Tennyson and Norm, Mary's brother. This is the parade. 4th of July parade again right after. I think Gansen-Beecher.
Is this Elma?
Yeah, Elm Parade. It's the Elm Parade. I have no idea what it is. There's Bob Feller pitching to his future brother-in-law, Lindy Beecher. Look at the strikes going